Hello guys. Welcome to my top 10. Today we are going to discuss the top 10 horror movies of all time. And this video is specially for the quarantine. So let's get started. Here is number 10. The Other Lamb. The release date of this movie is April 3rd. The cast in the movie are Rafi Cassidy, Michiel Wiesman, and Mallory Ogunsumoska. Why it's good, a young woman who was born into a small and very disturbing cult. All women, except for the male leader, begins to question her faith and quickly comes to realize that enlightenment is sometimes a curse. In other words, she's on her own. This is a strange, creepy, challenging thriller from Poland. Visually stunning too. Here is number 9. Gretel and Hansel. The release date of movie is January 31st. Cast are Alice Krige, Sophia Lillis, and Samuel Leakey. Why it's good, it's well known that our most popular fairy tales started out a whole lot darker before Mother Goose. And Walt Disney got a hold of them. And here's an odd, low-key, and visually fascinating film that tries to recapture some of that eerie old atmosphere. More of a dark fable, of course, than a traditional horror film. But it's also a quietly compelling and surprisingly unique piece of genre cinema. Plus it's really beautiful to look at. Here is number 8. Monstrum. Release date of movie is June 4th. Cast in this movie are Min Kim, In Kwon Kim and Hyeri Lee. Why it's good, imagine Bong Joon-ho's The Host were set in the 16th century. And you're probably already adding this fantastic genre concoction to your mental viewing queue. While it's not quite as novel, bizarre, or funny as The Host, it's definitely cut from the same cloth. It's about a gang of colorful heroes who must stand up against the evil forces of the government just as a giant monster starts roaming the countryside. This is an adventurous horror movie and personally I like it so much. Here is number 7. The Deeper You Dig. The movie releases on June 5th. Cast are Zelda Adams, John Adams, and Toby Poser. Why it's good. Now here's a low-key, out-of-nowhere winner. It's about a young girl who goes missing, the last guy who saw her alive, and a grieving mother who definitely seems to have some supernatural talents of some sort. Smartly written, impressively performed, and compelling throughout. This movie represents some truly impressive micro-budget, family-made filmmaking. Here is number 6. The Lodge. Release date is February 7th. Cast actors are Riley Keough, Alicia Silverstone, and Richard Armitage. Why it's good. Two unhappy kids are forced to spend some time at an isolated lodge with their new and highly unwelcome stepmother, only to discover all sorts of horrible secrets. Beautifully shot and consistently creepy, this new spin on old fairy tales tropes is loaded with great performances, fun jolts, and unexpected surprises of the nastiest kind. Here is number 5. Underwater. Release date of movie is January 10th. Cast are Kristen Stewart, Jessica Henwick, and John Gallagher Jr. Many people watch this movie only for Kristen Stewart. Me too. Oh. Why it's good. A slick, efficient, and impressively intense piece of sci-fi horror action B-movie. Matinee goodness that delivers the goods and doesn't waste any time with boring subplots or pointless characters. Kristen Stewart and a few co-workers find themselves trapped in a facility deep, you guessed it, underwater, and must work together to escape before the whole place blows up. Also there are sea monsters. Huge sea monsters. Here is number 4. Swallow. Release date of movie is March 6th. Cast are Haley Bennett, Austin Stowell, and David Rash. Why it's good. A darkly funny and quietly creepy story of an ostensibly happy housewife who suddenly decides on a new hobby. She's going to start swallowing small household objects. This offbeat, unpredictable, and visually impressive fable is anchored by a powerhouse lead performance by Haley Bennett. Here number 3. The Platform. Release date is March 20th. Cast in this movie are Ivan Masag, Antonia San Juan, and Zoriana Gillier. Why it's good. A man awakens in a cell with a stranger, and their only sustenance arrives by way of a massive platform that arrives daily. But there's not enough food for everyone in this facility. This is a Twilight Zone-level mind-bender mixed with a dark psychological horror film full of pointed social commentary. Also it's just sort of fun, in a weird way. Here is number 2. Color Out of Space. Release date of this movie is January 20th. Cast are Nicolas Cage, Jolie Richardson and Tommy Chong. Why it's good. It's been a long time since we've had a damn good Lovecraft adaptation. And here's one that'd probably make director Stuart Gordon, Reanimator, from Beyond, proud. It's about a seemingly normal American family that finds itself infected by a freaky meteorite. Director Richard Stanley and his collaborators managed to tap into the best aspects of Lovecraft's dark fiction while adding some excellent new touches of their own. And the wait is over. Here is the movie at number 1 position. The Invisible Man. Release date of this movie is February 28th. Cast in this movie are Elizabeth Moss, Aldous Hodge, and Storm Reed. Why it's good. The classic H.G. Wells story gets a modern remake that somehow avoids all the problems that have plagued similar films. Our apologies to the fans of Tom Cruise's ill-fated 2017 movie, The Mummy. Elizabeth Moss delivers a fantastic performance as a woman intent on escaping her abusive boyfriend, only to realize that he's still stalking her invisibly. Remarkably intense, consistently clever, and full of characters worth caring about. This is one of the best studio horror films in recent years. And these are the top 10 horror movies in year 2020. For more such most top 10 videos, visit to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I know you don't need money to do this. So please do it now. Bye guys.